What's going on, you guys? Ghost here, and today I'm gonna go over the top 5 worst things Call of Duty has brought to their games up until this point here. So Call of Duty has innovated so much ever since CoD 4. They've brought in so many good things, and they brought in also so many bad things as well. And some of those bad things have definitely turned off many fans from the franchise here. But I just wanted to go over 5 things that I personally think are some of the worst that they've brought in terms of innovation and in terms of new ideas and such, and why I think that. So guys, comment down below in the comment section some of the worst things that you think CoD has brought to the table in terms of their games, and the next top 5 I'm going to do is going to be the top 5 best things CoD has brought to their games. So you guys can also comment down below some of the best things they brought, and then comment down below some of the worst things, and I'll use that for the next video. Starting the list off though, at the number 5 spot we do have death streaks. So instead of earning your kill streaks by streaking up and doing good in the game, there were death streaks in only 2 CODs, MW2 and MW3, where if you kept on dying a certain amount of times in a row without a kill, you would be rewarded with a death streak, which is definitely something that I think should have never been in COD, but it was only in 2 of them. In MW2 you had Copycat, Martyrdom, Painkiller, and Final Stand. In Modern Warfare 3 you had Juice, Revenge, Final Stand, Martyrdom, Dead Man's Hand, and Hollow Points. And then, like I say, out of all those death streaks in both CODs, Painkiller, Final Stand, and Dead Man's Hand are the worst ones for sure. The most annoying, the most rage-inducing, because dude, like, Final Stand is just so annoying to go up against, because you never know if they're gonna have it. You think they're dead, you kill them, you put enough bullets to kill them, but then they go into this Final Stand and they just melt your face off. And Painkiller gives you triple health for 10 seconds if you die 4 times without getting a kill. So essentially these death streaks just give you freebies, like they're just essentially holding your hands, which is just so annoying. Personally, COD shouldn't just hold your hand. If you do bad, you do bad. You gotta improve yourself. You can't have something in the game, you know, trying to actually help you out if you keep dying over and over again. But that's just me right there. So I say death streaks is definitely one of the worst things to come in Call of Duty. At the number 4 spot we do have specialist type characters that have their abilities and weapons here. So far it's only been in 2 CODs. If you can count Black Ops 4, it's essentially been in 3 CODs. So it's been in Black Ops 3 first of all, then Infinite Warfare, and then now Black Ops 4 coming up here. And essentially you get these specialist weapons and these abilities and these traits and such that help you out in game, and it definitely turns you into like this super soldier for a brief second when you get this weapon here, because usually these weapons are one-shotting machines that are just so overpowered and you have no chance against them, and it's just a freebie, a free kill that takes literally no skill to use for the most part. Like some of these specialist weapons, like say the Sparrow from BO3, actually requires some pretty good aim, you know, but things like the gravity spikes, you just press R1 and L1, just little 2 bumpers, you can wipe out a whole entire team, is just uncalled for, and that's just so annoying, you know. Infinite Warfare, they definitely went over the top. Like, there's so much customization with the specialists, the rigs in that game, which some may say, yeah, that's actually good for the game. It adds more replay value, customization, and adds more fun to the game. But personally speaking, I think that specialist type weapons like free kills should not be in the game, because you can be going double negative and get your specialist weapon or ability and you can get a free kill because of that. But honestly, if they were to keep specialists in Call of Duty still, I'd rather have the ability side of things and not the weapons, and it just makes me worried for Black Ops 4. I just hope these specialist type characters are gonna be fine and they won't be too bad, but then again, that's the main focus of Black Ops 4 essentially. So I just don't like specialist type weapons and abilities, and that's just like from my point of view. I don't mind the characters because of their backstory, but the actual weapons and abilities, not too much. But if I were to keep one, the abilities would be fine. Coming up at the number 3 spot though, we do have the advanced movement, the exosuits. So since Advanced Warfare, we've had 3 CODs that have had the futuristic type movement, Advanced Warfare, then Black Ops 3, and then Infinite Warfare. And that definitely caused many fans to leave the franchise, to not play Call of Duty, because it was so different compared to what we're so used to, like say with Black Ops 2, COD Ghosts, MW2, MW3. Like, we're just in the air constantly, we're wall running, and to me that's just not Call of Duty. I'd rather prefer boots on the ground than boots in the air, because boots on the air gameplay, just the futuristic gameplay just causes inconsistency, and it just is so annoying to deal with all the time because someone could just be coming around the corner wall running or up in the air flying, and you always have to constantly worry about that. And it's definitely a huge skill gap with learning the movement and such and getting used to it. And I understand, and some may say that's actually good innovation because that changed Call of Duty and people asked for change, and that's true. Back in those days during 2013 and 2014 when AW came out, people were asking for change, innovation. People were saying COD is the same every single year, and then suddenly when they changed it up so much, people just got really angry because they changed COD way too much at that point. And I understand. I think it was a change for the good and a change for the bad with the exosuits, but overall I do prefer boots on the ground gameplay, and I just think that COD should forever stay boots on the ground and not like boots in the air. At the number 2 spot though, we do have weapon variants. Weapon variants that are stat changing is definitely something that I don't want to see ever in COD. It's only been in 2 CODs so far, but until this point, Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare, but it's more or less a bigger problem in Advanced Warfare because you had insane variants that absolutely did change the way the weapon did work in terms of the fire rate and the damage, and weapon variants that just change up the stats just cause inconsistent gameplay and very unfair gameplay as well, because if you have a better variant that has like say a higher damage output or a higher like fire rate, that's not fair to you if you don't have that variant, and that's something that should not be a thing in COD. Everybody in COD should have a fair playing advantage and a fair playing field, but that's not the case when you have weapon variants, and that's why I say that's one of the worst things that was brought into Call of Duty no matter what. And I just really hope it just doesn't come back in COD. Like, I don't mind cosmetic variants that look differently as long as they don't change the stats. I'm fine with it, but just changing up the stats to drastically change the way the gun works, that changes the whole entire meta of the gameplay, and I just don't personally like that at all. So at the number 1 spot, the last thing here that a lot of people definitely think is the worst thing that has happened to COD, and I'm in the middle of it because it can go many ways here. It's going to be supply drops. So ever since the introduction of supply drops since Advanced Warfare, it's been in every COD since, you know, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, even Modern Warfare Remastered, and it's going to be here in Black Ops 4. I'm definitely sure of that. You know, it's not going to go away. Supply drops, they are something that's going to be here in COD to stay. They're not going to go. The thing with supply drops that I have a problem with is just the things that are in them. Like, I don't mind having supply drops in COD as long as the items in them are fair and they don't provide an advantage. I'm perfectly fine with them. Like, say, if all the items in supply drops are cosmetic, I'm fine with them because it's fun opening them to see what you get. It's fun opening them and getting the item that you've been wanting for a long time. That's very fun, but when it comes down to having just advantages and weapons that are just completely better than others in drops, that crosses the line of like, no, like you just cannot have that at all. So that's just my view of supply drops. I don't mind them as long as they're fair because it's fun going for them. It's really fun going for them in COD World War II. It's fun going for them in BO3, but it's definitely unfair having some stupid stuff in them that definitely change up the gameplay. But all in all, supply drops, I hope they improve more upon the supply drop system, which they definitely have improved upon supply drops over the years. Definitely, that's a fact right there, drastically, and I'm glad about that. I'm glad they're definitely improving upon ways to get more supply drops and improve the system overall. But guys, that's the whole entire video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below in the comment section some things that you think are like some of the worst things that COD has brought to the franchise. And thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.